Call the meeting to order. This is the regular board meeting of the Pittsburgh Water, April 25, 2025. The board did meet in executive session. No votes were taken. We did get updates on a number of projects. Sorry for being a little bit late here. All right, we'll start with the roll call.
Mr. Shuley.
Here.
Ms. Strasburger.
Here.
Ms. Lever.
Here.
Mr. Domott.
Here.
Ms. McCormick-Barron.
Here.
Mr. Bay. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Do we have any speakers for public comment?
You have one.
All right. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Our public speaker.
Yeah, I'm Rod Dobish from Duquesne University.
Welcome.
Yeah, the item I want to talk about is for the last month, we have had very bad pressure problems on our campus, and it's so bad in a number of our buildings we can't even flush toilets in some of the buildings. And I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. We've been working with all the people from PWSA, and it is pretty embarrassing, the fact that we can't even flush toilets in some of these buildings in the upper floors. We never had this problem. I've been at this institution for 32 years. All indications we're getting there's an issue on the system, and I'm just bringing it to the attention of you guys because we spend over $2 million. We pay the highest rate on the system, and it's just that we're not getting the service that we did, and it is to the point where we're being very patient with this, but patience is getting pretty. I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention.
Okay. Thank you for your comments. We certainly value Duquesne University as our clients, as we do all of our ratepayers. And I can tell you that the board is aware, and it is a priority with Pittsburgh Water. And my understanding is there's some meetings coming up next week to discuss this item. So we appreciate your comments. Thank you for your input. All right, we move to the approval of the meeting minutes of March 28th, 2025. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Anyone discussion? All those in favor of approving the meeting minutes of March 28th, 2025, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the meeting minutes are approved. Next is the confirmation of CEO approvals. All CEO approvals from the prior month are approved. And we move to reports and updates. We'll start with the finance department. Mr. Barca.
Morning, Chair, members of the board. Happy Friday. Included in your board packet is the finance report through March 31st, 2025. As the report indicates, total receipts through the end of March totaled $56.7 million, or approximately 23.6% of the budget for the year thus far. In March specifically, Pittsburgh Water experienced stronger than expected receipts by collecting $22.5 million as compared to the budget amount of $17.7 million. This represents an increase of about $4.8 million. However, as I noted in my prior report last month, this bounce back was expected and is the result of a catch-up in billing cycles. Year-end receipts for the year are projected to be $242.3 million, which is approximately $2.6 million or 1.1% higher than the budget for the year. So we're on good pace there overall. Departmental operating expenditures through March 31st, 2025 totaled $22.5 million, or approximately 19.5% of the budget for the year. Capital expenditures through that same period totaled $32.1 million, or 9.9% of the budget for the year. I will note on the capital expenditures that may seem low, but we are getting into construction season. And as the agenda indicates today, we do have a lot of resolutions that will help that number overall. $39 million in debt service costs have been paid through March 31st of 2025, which is about 45% of the budget for the year. And forecasted year-end debt service is projected to be $92.7 million, or about $210,000 lower than the adopted budget. So again, we're right on pace for our debt service costs. Pittsburgh Water's cash balance remains healthy with a balance of $137 million through the end of March. But I will note, while it's healthy for us, this is still below our peers, on a comparative basis. Last, I will note that Pittsburgh Water's controller, Rachel Romano, will be presenting the audit today to the board. A few things I want to note is first, I am happy to inform the board that it was a good year overall for Pittsburgh Water. A few highlights include that the auditors provided an unmodified opinion. And what that really means it's a clean audit and that we comply with all GAAP principles within our audit. The second was that it's a record year for capital investments. The year-end amount for 2024 totaled $203.5 million, which is by far the largest amount that we've ever spent in a single year. And last, I will note that Pittsburgh Water met and exceeded all legal financial metrics as it relates to our debt service compliance coverage for the year. This concludes my report for today. I will turn it back over for any questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments for Mr. Barca?
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Ed. Next, we have the engineering department report. And back with a return engagement, Mr. Barry King. Here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy to be here to be able to present to the board.
Okay.
So good morning, Chair Shuley and the members of our board. Today we'll be discussing the water reliability plan, including a brief background and current status. So, all right. And I will attempt to use the new technology. So let me know if there's any issues. All right. So I will be giving a water reliability plan update where we stand. So the water reliability plan, as you know, is a series of multi-generational projects that will modernize Pittsburgh's drinking water infrastructure for decades to come. The plan refers ultimately to the replacement of the clear well at our Pittsburgh water treatment plant. This is a single cell infrastructure, 44 million gallon unit, which has been in service successfully for 113 years and has never been replaced or had any significant work performed to it. Being that it's a single cell. We are under a consent decree with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which has revised and executed on September 6, 2024. The overall plan is an investment of nearly $500 million, which will be completed over the next 8 years, where we are going to be completing the remaining slate of projects. One of them will be the ABC project that we're bringing for your approval today. In its entirety, the water reliability plan renews or replaces the various pumping, transmission, and treatment and storage infrastructure that supplies water to our 3 super systems. Projects previously completed for the water reliability plan include our lining and replacement of Rising Main 3 and 4, both of which convey finished water from the Brecken pump station up to the Highland 2 reservoir. Replacement of the liner and cover for Highland 2, which will function as our clear well while the clear well is being replaced, and installation of a replacement 54-inch rising main between Highland Reservoir number 2 and the Highland Reservoir number 1. An essential component of the water reliability plan is the Highland Reservoir pump station, which will allow us to pump finished water from the Highland Reservoir number 2 into the Highland 1 super system at a capacity of 56 million gallons per day. The station will also feed the Garfield tank at a capacity of 5 million gallons per day. As the board is aware, the project is under construction and remains on schedule and within budget. Current activities include the installation of electrical equipment, and the completion of work within the building envelope itself. You can see here the construction on the exterior envelope. The pumps will be delivered in early June. Substantial completion is anticipated this summer, with startup and commissioning to follow thereafter. So for the main show for today, the Aspinwall Pump Station, Brecken Pump Station, and Clearwell Bypass projects, which are the largest projects of the Water Reliability Plan by effort and by cost. These are also known, as you know, we love acronyms, as the ABC project. The project includes, but is not limited to, substantial upgrades to the Aspinwall Pump Station, complete replacement of the Brecken Pump Station, and the installation of a large diameter piping around the clear well to serve as a temporary bypass when the clear well is taken out of service for future replacement. Construction bids for ABC were received on March 21st, 2025. During today's board meeting, we will be recommending award of the 4 ABC contracts: the general, the electrical, the mechanical, HVAC, and plumbing. Regarding the replacement of the clear well, which is the capstone project and ultimate goal of the Water Reliability Plan, please note that design is underway and we expect to receive the 30% design and basis of design report in July. The DEP permit application will be submitted in the spring of 2026. Shown here are a couple of photographs from the original construction in the early 1900s, which highlight the intersecting barrel arches forming the groined arch roof design, very cathedral-esque on the interior. It will be interesting to see once they do start the demolition. As the primary purpose of the clear well is to provide disinfection as the last step of the water treatment process, another essential part of the Water Reliability Plan will be the provision of disinfection when the clear well is taken out of service for replacement. To achieve this, we will utilize several other existing infrastructure assets, including the Highland Reservoir number 2, which is relined, the Lanford Rising main, and the Blahnik 60-inch main. That is where we'll achieve our contact time. To use the Blahnik 60-inch main for disinfection will be implemented under a separate project we have called the Aspinwall and Fox Chapel Interim Feed Project. Prior to the operating of these 3 segments as temporary clear wells, the end of each segment will need to be established as a new point of entry. In the context of the PADP environmental protection, a point of entry or a POE refers to the point where finished water representative of each source enters the water distribution system. So we have been working closely with the PADP, and all modeling to date shows that the treatment segments will be able to achieve the required disinfection at our maximum anticipated flows during the worst case scenarios of temperature and pH without requiring excessive chlorine. This allows for the additional safety factor of increasing chlorine dose if flow rates exceed expectations. We have determined we can disinfect over 100 million gallons per day in the Highland 2 Reservoir under the worst case conditions, which is excellent for the authority. We do anticipate submitting to the PADP a permit application for all work required to establish the point of entries and to isolate the treatment segments in August of 2025. Construction to establish the points of entry at all 3 locations includes installing chlorine, pH, and temperature analyzers and isolating the existing connections to various customers. Additionally, the Aspinwall and Fox Chapel Interim Feed Project includes the installation of approximately 5,500 linear feet of 16-inch diameter and 2,500 linear feet of 12-inch diameter water mains to provide new connections to Aspinwall Borough, St. Margaret's Hospital, and the Blahnik's 60-inch main, as well as Waterworks Mall. To ensure disinfection, we must regularly measure and record flow rate, chlorine residual, pH, and temperature at each of our points of entry. We are currently piloting reagentless chlorine analyzers to be used at these points of entry. Construction should be completed within 2 years of receipt of the permit. After construction is complete and the operating permits are received, we will switch from the Clearwell point of entry to the 3 new points of entry within the system. This will allow the Clearwell bypass, the C of the ABC, once constructed and permitted by the state for operation, to be placed into service. So you can see here, to conclude this update with the water reliability plan, construction of the Clearwell replacement project can begin once the DEP construction permit is received. And after the entire ABC project, as well as the 3 new points of entry, are placed into service. Of these items, the longest lead time is the construction and commissioning of the ABC project, which is estimated to be completed in the fall of 2029. Moving on from this, I think
Barry, can I ask a question?
Yes.
I can't visualize what the new Clearwell will look like on the interior, especially seeing those pictures from the 1900s. Can you give us some sense?
So
what it will
yes,
look like?
it's going to be much more modern, much less cathedral-esque design. They're required to provide us with the ability to have one unit out of service. So it's going to be a multi-celled tank that will allow us to obviously maintain and clean one of the cells while the rest remain online. So you're going to see a segmented tank structure. There's various concepts that have been, forgive the reference, floated to us. And some of them have utilized potentially circular tanks, typical of what we've seen in other installations, that would allow for one of those tanks to be taken offline, or multi-channels within a concrete rectangular tank. It's going to be a lot of concrete, excessive amounts. This will be one of the largest construction projects, obviously for us, but also for the area in that Aspinwall vicinity. So we look forward to it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Are you through with your presentation?
The presentation is done. I just have 2 other elements to add. Okay. And then moving on with an update for our lead service line replacement program, a classic. A total of 12,732 public and 9,383 private lead service line have been replaced up through April 23rd, 2025. We currently have 8 active construction contracts involving lead service line replacements ongoing at this time. These are a combination of small diameter water main replacement projects, neighborhood urgent contracts. The following projects are currently out for engineering bid at this time. The 2025 urgent water repair, construction management, and construction inspection services professional services agreement is out. Bids are due on May 7th. The QA/QC for the 2025 neighborhood lead service line replacement contract A, bids are due on May 12th. And the pre-construction services, including canvassing and environmental due diligence for the 2025 neighborhood lead service line replacement contract B, has bids that are due on May 12th. This concludes my report. I'll turn it back over to the board for any questions.
All right. Questions or comments for Barry? Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, curious. For the bypass and the current Clearwell, this is pretty much just comparative contact time stuff we're talking about, or is there a little more to it than that?
So the bypass itself, it's ranging between 88 and 144 inches in diameter, a very large segment. Most of the contact time is being achieved within either the conduits, the Blonick 60, the Lanford Rising Main for itself. We're not taking the credit for, but we are achieving obviously contact time that within the Clearwell bypass, but the duration that it's moving through that bypass is fairly brief. So it's only we're not calculating it into our state affirmed, establishment of CT.
Okay, interesting. I was trying to think whether there'd be any impact on disinfection byproducts, but probably not, because most of that happens deep in distribution, just sitting around.
Yeah,
water age?
that's the
What
combined
temperature?
force. So it's the least amount of duration in any particular infrastructure. Once it starts to spread out and distribute, like you're saying, that's where we see those DBPs forming.
How well is this going to be documented? This is pretty cool.
So I assume you have seen some of the time-elapse video and some of the drone videos that have been collected for the Highland Reservoir Pump Station. These will definitely continue that process and will probably be, for Pittsburgh Water, the most documented projects we've had to date. Some really cool, very, for those in the industry, this is really neat to see go on. So
I look forward to the video at the Western Pennsylvania Engineering Society.
Yep.
Barry, how long have you been at Pittsburgh Water?
So started as a program manager in 2015. So it's scary to believe it's been 10 years.
10 years. All right. Well,
Time flies.
I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the work that you've done. I would imagine that from the moment you came to Pittsburgh Water, you have spent countless hours getting to this point in the ABC. All of the prep work and all of the projects that had to precede the ABC project that had to be thought through. Yeah, I want to personally congratulate you for all the work that you've done and the work that your staff has done, and
Absolutely.
all the consultants that have been engaged over this. I mean, there's been, just a tremendous amount of effort just to get to this point. Here we are at the precipice of moving forward with this, and you must feel a tremendous sense of pride that you're going to see the culmination of this project.
Yes, my team that we've developed over the past 10 years, it's effort of very diverse viewpoints and abilities and understandings coming together to really flesh out this program and do something that we were told back when, you remember, it was
Right.
very questioned whether or not this would be able to be performed and come to fruition.
Right.
And I'm pleased that our teams, both internal and external with our consultants, have been able to really muster the resources and come up with a program that's
Right.
working.
Well, I mean, I feel a certain sense of pride to be part of this, one way or another. I joked around with the board members. I may be in a wheelchair, but I want to be invited to the ribbon cutting of the Clearwell in
Absolutely.
2030, whenever we get there. But thank you for all your work. Thank your staff, and I thank all the consultants who work on this project.
Thank you.
First water to come out. Put it in a time
Put that in the
capsule.
history museum. All right, we'll move to the Chief Environmental Compliance and Ethics Officer, Mr. Sederi.
Right. I don't know if I need to hold this or not. Maybe I do. All right. Good morning, everyone. So today, I just wanted to remind everybody that on Tuesday of this week was Earth Day, just like every April 22nd. Earth Day is a time where we celebrate our achievements and raise awareness of the importance of protecting our planet. And the message around Earth Day closely aligns with Pittsburgh Water's mission, which is to support our region by protecting public health and the environment through delivery of safe and reliable water services with a commitment to future generations, as well as our core values that we have here at Pittsburgh Water of stewardship and integrity, accountability, safety, and equity. The environmental movement began way back 1970 with the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, and it was followed by the passage of several monumental acts and regulations, including the Occupational Health and Safety Act, the Clean Air Act, as well as the Clean Water Act. As drinking water, wastewater, and stormwater utility, basically everything we do is really guided by the various laws and regulations, such as these important acts, which help establish safeguards for our air, water, as well as land resources. So today I want to take a moment to reflect on some examples of the environmental stewardship that Pittsburgh Water is taking every day to make Earth Day important to us as we deliver our water services to our customers. First mention is air quality. One of the items here, our fleet, we have a fleet manager. He monitors our fleet of vehicles to help assure efficient operation, including reducing unnecessary vehicle idling. And this month, we actually had him attend the tailgate meetings that we have at our water treatment plant, as well as our field service yards to review vehicle idling and some of the statistics around operations of our vehicles with staff. Pittsburgh Water also maintains several air quality related permits with the Allegheny County Health Department and requires regular as well as routine maintenance of some of our larger fuel-fired generators and boilers to make sure that we maintain operations of those within emissions standards. On the energy efficiency front, our electrical group and trades out at the treatment plant continually to work throughout our facilities to install LED lighting systems, help replace some of our incandescent, fluorescent, or high-intensity lamps to further improve energy efficiency, but as well as light quality and durability of these systems for our teams working in those facilities. And our engineering group is delivering designs, as Barry just talked about, that helps deliver new water pumping stations. But these pumping stations are incorporating more efficient pumps, motors, and electrical drive systems in them. So as we're improving these systems, we're also improving some of the energy efficiency and how we actually operate those systems to ultimately help reduce some of our electrical impacts there. And then we are also within the environmental compliance and sustainability group beginning to implement some sub-metering studies to help us better map our energy usage and again, provide some input on how we can manage that going forward. Renewable energy is another important area. Pittsburgh Water continues to participate with the city of Pittsburgh as well as other local entities as part of a buying consortium that we have to purchase competitively priced renewable energy, primarily from a wind facility that we participate with. We're also implementing sustainability and renewable energy evaluations as part of our design process for some of our largest capital projects. We heard Barry just talk about the Clearwell work. We're also doing sedimentation basin. And part of that is asking our consultants to think about sustainability in the design. How might they be able to implement sustainable practices as we move forward with design of these important projects. Stormwater management, I often talk to you about. Environmental compliance continues to provide inspections of our separate storm sewer system and our MPDS permits to ensure compliance with that Clean Water Act regulation. We also complete stormwater infrastructure projects. Right now, we are working on some for our MS4 permit. There are 2 stream bank stabilization and restoration projects ongoing in compliance with our permit, along with other stormwater projects that we have happening. And to maintain awareness around stormwater, internal staff all just completed our annual stormwater management training. And I'd also like to recognize Dan Thiessen and Beth Dutton from Pittsburgh Water, who presented in March at a public meeting along with Penn State Extension for customers to learn more about how to better manage their stormwater on their properties. And this is actually currently highlighted on our website at pgh2o.com if you want to see more about that. And the last one I'll touch on is waste management. This is an area where our operations and environmental compliance team have worked together over the last few years to help us improve our waste management with an emphasis on reduction of waste. So we've developed certain reuse programs, such as beneficial reuse of some of our chemicals that may be considered waste, shop rag reuse or recycling program, and various other recyclings that we do with general recyclables, scrap metal, wooden pallets, and e-waste or electronic waste programs. So these are just a few examples of some of the programs that help support our region by protecting public health and the environment as we deliver safe and reliable water services to our customers, and also a reason for us to celebrate Earth Day here at Pittsburgh Water. Lastly here, I just wanted to conclude with a few metrics on our water system, which I started here in the last couple of months. In the month of March, reflecting on that at our water treatment plant, we averaged a production of 69 million gallons per day of water for our customers. It was about 5 million gallons per day less on average than in February. And some of that's primarily attributed to seasonal changes in water use patterns. Fewer leaks sometimes when it was the cold winter time, but also folks don't tend to run their taps and items like that. And we see that reflected at our treatment plant. Our water quality continues to meet and exceeds our water quality requirements for turbidity, organics, pH removal, as well as maintaining disinfection for our customers, assuring a high quality source of water. In March, we performed 2,394 laboratory analysis completed both at the treatment plant as well as out in our distribution system to help confirm that we are meeting all of those requirements. One that I want to touch on today is a metric for looking at our water treatment plant, how well it's functioning is turbidity. You can think about turbidity as a measure of the particulates in the water or how clear the water actually is. And in March, the water produced at the treatment plant had a turbidity measurement that was 10 times better than the regulatory requirement. So we exceeded the regulatory requirement by 10 times. In that reduction of turbidity, actually, we removed over 2,000 times the turbidity that's actually in the. So we pulled that water in, treated it down to drinking water and removed about 2,000 times the turbidity in that reduction there. So pretty tremendous when we think about producing 69 million gallons of water a day and continually be able to maintain that process. That concludes my remarks today. So as always, if there's compliance or ethics questions, yourselves, our consultants can always reach out to me. So thank you.
Questions or comments? Thank you. And finally, the last report is from our Chief Executive Officer, Will Pickering.
Good morning, Chair Shuley, members of the board, Pittsburgh Water staff, and our partners in the public. As you all are aware, agenda of this my group, but want to thank you, Alex, for your remarks about this milestone we'll be achieving here at the board meeting with to authorizing us to enter into those contracts with the ABC project. You sort of have to, for those that are, I'm not nearly as tenured as Barry, but I came pretty quickly thereafter. You kind of have to pinch yourself that we're at this moment today. Obviously, a lot of work left to do as we enter into the construction phase and then ultimately that clear well replacement. But I do want to thank everyone who's been involved. This has been an undertaking, obviously multiple years, but touches every facet of the organization. So a huge lift to get us to this point. I'm really excited for what's to come, but I just want to share my gratitude for that. We'll have more opportunities to break ground on the project and celebrate the progress, obviously a multi-year effort. But thank you, Alex, for your comments there. It's certainly taken will and commitment from boards of directors present and past to get us to this point, to believe in our ability to pull off a project of the scale like Barry hit on, and also, you know, to ensure that we have the resources available to execute on this. So leadership all across the board, and we're eternally grateful for that. I also just want to call attention to this week. I had the pleasure of spending 2 days at the water treatment plant with our frontline managers, conducting or co-facilitating with a lot of support our Safe People, Safe Water initiative trainings. So this is an effort. Every people manager is going to walk through this full day training, and it's an initiative focused on our goal of improving our safety for us to be a workplace where no one gets hurt at work. It's going to take participation and commitment from everyone. It was an excellent training. I want to give a shout out to our HR team, Marie McIntyre and Logan Carmichael, for developing curriculum that was a training at a level that I've paid for trainings that couldn't touch this one. So fantastic so far. We have 3 trainings left to go. Also raising attention because the safety culture is not limited to Pittsburgh Water employees. You know, the ABC project being a prime example of hundreds of contractors working, or individuals working for contractors on our behalf. And that happens every year, every construction season. So we really do need everyone to buy into our priority on safety, a focus on putting safety first, even at the sometimes expense of speed, in communicating safety concerns as quickly as possible. And that's what we're trying to arm our folks with, that empowerment. We would expect that across the board for all of our teams. So a lot more to come there, but did want to call attention that was moving along. And with that, I'll wrap my remarks. Happy to answer any questions or may have.
Thanks, Will. Any questions or comments for Will? All right, thank you. We'll get to the resolutions here, and we start with resolution number 33 with Rachel Romano.
Resolution number 33, accepting the 2024 report of the auditor Marduzel, certified public accountants.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Well, as you know, Rachel, we had executive committee meeting presentation on the audit. It was very impressive. Great job. Thank you to you and to your team for another great financially stable year. And so we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we should point out that this is the 10th clean audit, which seems to correlate directly with Barry King's arrival.
Yeah,
So
okay, there you go. Good correlation. All right. All those in favor of resolution number 33, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 33 is approved. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
All right, we move to resolution 34. Mr. Saderi.
So Resolution 34 is approving the award of an operating contract for option 4 for the 2025 flagging services to Always Safe Flagging for $268,866.93.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Peg. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 34, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 34 is approved. Resolution number 35.
Resolution number 35, approving the award of multiple capital contracts for the large meter replacement project to Exeter Supply Company Incorporated and Ferguson Waterworks. Cumulative capital budget is $2,230,094.92, and that's over the next 4 years.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 35, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 30. Resolution 36.
Resolution number 36, approving the award of multiple capital contracts for option years 1 through 4 for the large meter replacement project to LB Water and Neptune Incorporated. The cumulative capital project budget is $1,121,954.42 over the next 4 years.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 36, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, resolution number 36 is approved. Thank you, Frank. Paul Lager, Chairman Lager would always say, well, now we're into the Barry King epic, right? All right, go for it, Barry. Resolution number 37.
Resolution number 37 is a request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the 2025 sewer reconstruction contract to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $1,914,430.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 37, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Resolution number 37 approved. Resolution number 38.
38 is a request for the board's approval to award 2 operating contracts for construction of the 2025 urgent sewer repair project to Independent Enterprises in the amount of $3,489,615 and to A. Felino Construction Incorporated in the amount of $3,589,995.53, as well as an award of professional services agreement under operating for construction management and construction inspection services to Hatch Associates Consultants in the amount of $1,025,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? So how do you make the determination how you split these contracts, between the two
The actual
contractors
sites,
Yeah.
there tends to be a first come, first served. And then once you start identifying the amount of workload that's on one contractor, we'll alternate between the two. It also is based on some of the contractors may have a better affinity for particular works, complicated work. So you might shed some of the projects off to the other one during that period of time. And then if the projects are large dollar value, you may have a bunch of the smaller ones going to the other firm while they're completing it.
Very good. Thank you. All those in favor of resolution number 38, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 38 is approved. Resolution number 39.
Resolution number 39 is a request for the board's approval to award an operating contract for construction of the 2025 urgent water repair project to Independent Enterprises in the amount of $2,698,440 and a contract to A. Felino Construction Incorporated at $2,727,272.72.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Peg. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 39, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 39 is approved. Resolution number 40.
Resolution number 40 is a request for the board's approval to award 2 capital contracts for construction of the 2025 catch basin and inlet replacement project to A. Felino Construction Incorporated in the amount of $2,987,654.32 and to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $3,109,877.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 40, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 40 is approved. Resolution number 41.
Resolution 41 is a request for the board's approval to award a professional services agreement for construction management and construction inspection services for the 2025 neighborhood lead service line replacement contract A to AECOM Technical Services Incorporated in the amount of $3,836,053.70.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 41, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 41 is approved. Resolution number 42.
Resolution number 42 is a request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the 2025 neighborhood LSLR contract A1 project Incorporated in the amount of $8,971,745. About that.
No problem.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 42, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 42 is approved. Resolution number 43.
Resolution number 40 to award a capital contract for construction of the 2025 neighborhood LSLR contract A2 project to Independent Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $10,221,938.
Thank you. May I have a motion? Thank you, Peg. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Erica. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 43, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 43 is approved. Resolution number 44.
The start of the ABC
There we go.
resolution.
That's right. Start of the ABC part.
Yep. Resolution
I
number
don't think
40.
there's any merit to, I think we should take these individually, even though they're related. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, especially if there's any questions on an
All right,
individual.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Resolution number 44 is a request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the Aspinwall Pump Station, Brecken Pump Station, and Clearwell Bypass Project electrical to Wright Electric Incorporated in the amount of $44,808.
All right. Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Your second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 44, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 44 is approved. We move to resolution number 45.
Resolution number 45 is a request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the Asimwall Pump Station, Brecken Pump Station, and Clearwell Bypass Project general contract to Mascaro Construction Company LP in the amount of $104,174,789.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Well, as you said in your presentation, this is one of the largest projects that we have had and one of the largest projects for the region. So, and I'm very happy with our low bidder and the work that they have done in our area. So I'm wish them good luck, and I wish our staff and construction managers and everyone else good luck to complete this project.
Amen.
All those in favor of resolution number 45, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 45 is approved. Resolution number 46.
Resolution number 46 is a request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the Asimwall Pump Station, Brecken Pump Station, and Clearwell Bypass Project plumbing contract to SSM Industries in the amount of $2,929,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 46, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 46 is approved. Resolution number 47.
Resolution number 47 is a request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the Asimwall Pump Station, Brecken Pump Station, and Clearwell Bypass Project, HVAC contract to Guys Mechanical Systems Incorporated in the amount of $11,230,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? If anything, I love the names here, Guys Mechanical, Wright Electric. We got to, let them just love how they branded themselves. Wonderful. All those in favor of resolution number 47, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 47 is approved. We move to resolution 48.
Resolution number 48 is a request for the board's approval of a change order of the operating contract for construction of the 2024 urgent water repair to Independent Enterprises in the amount of $900,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion? Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Barry, this is a larger change order than I think we normally see, and it looks as of an unexpected issue. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more?
Absolutely. So we have identified that there is 3 leaks that are currently on our rising main number 1 that run between the Brecken Pump Station up to our reservoirs into the Highland 1 super system itself. And we are facilitating the access to the interior of the pipe to complete a lining project. That's the resolution 29. The Independent Enterprises will facilitate access points and completing 2 of the repairs from the outside of the pipe. So the price is reasonable comparatively and is necessary to complete the other repair work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good question. So, but this is an owner generated change order.
Absolutely. Yes. Perfect point.
Any other questions, discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 48, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 48 is approved. We move to the last resolution, resolution number 49.
Lucky number 13 for the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Resolution
Right, 13.
number 49 is a
Right.
request for the board's approval to award a capital contract for construction of the 2024 large diameter main replacement project to Structural Preservation Systems LLC in the amount of $3,068,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Discussion. So this firm is going to install the carbon.
The CFRP lining, yeah.
Okay. And they have done this before for us, have they not?
They have. Rising Main 4 is one of their works. And then if you remember, we had 2 repairs on the Lamper supply main between the Lamper Reservoir down into the system that they successfully completed. So they've proven their abilities to work with our infrastructure and our teams.
Do they have the materials or is this a long lead item?
Luckily, they have these materials. Note that likely they are prospective bidders under the 2024 large diameter main, which is the crossing that goes to the Strip District. That's going to happen in July.
All right, very good. Thank you. Those in favor of resolution number 49, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abst- All right, resolution number 49 is approved. That concludes the resolutions. Are there any other business items to come before Pittsburgh Water? Yeah, this is we're at the end of April. We already had Easter, Memorial Day. We'll probably have a meeting before. So entertain a motion to adjourn. All right. Meeting's adjourned.